Hi, I had a nightmare. My name is Mark. It is about 10 minutes after 1 o'clock in the morning on 2019, November 15th. It's November 15th, 2019, about 1:10 in the morning. I had a nightmare, and it was a shocking nightmare. There was a man going along a road, and I don't remember exactly everything. He stopped at a house, and there was a monster in the house with just incredible strength. And the man was with another man, and he was trying to kill them both, but he wasn't doing it. He wasn't successful, but he was just destroying the house. It was as if he was the Incredible Hulk, but more than that. Just like Superman, but evil. And every place they'd hide, he would just break through the wall and go after them. It just ripped apart the whole house, one man. And the other man, I was following one man through this. And the other man put on a sweatshirt that said Jesus, I think. Yeah, it said Jesus. And they went to a different house. And the man had Jesus on his sweatshirt. They were running away from the one house to go to another house to be destroyed, the next house to be destroyed. And the one that had Jesus on it was able to fight him. He had Jesus on his sweatshirt, and the other man got Jesus on his sweatshirt too. And he said, "Let's split up." You know, he said, "I'll hide," or something like that, and you keep going, or I don't know what it was. But I think he wanted both of them to hide. He wanted both of them to hide for this monster. I think the monster was Satan. You know, I was like I was running in my dream, keeping up with them, or I was one of them. And I don't remember what happened to the monster, what happened to the man that was tearing up houses. It was like it was just toothpicks to him. Houses were just toothpicks to him. And he got out of that and was traveling down a road, like a road, maybe in a car, and the car stopped. And he was going along with another man, again, and going along with another man. But I think it was a different man. And the road was getting narrower and narrower. Thus, you know, the narrow road. The nightmare about the narrow road. And it was, I was traveling down a street first, and then I went to a narrow road, and the man that was trying to help him, I think the man that was trying to help him, was saying, okay, stay, go on this road, go this way. And he kept on veering off of the narrow road. And of course, the narrow means compressed. The narrow means compressed. It means compressed, the tight road. And they kept going through the going on the road, or the way. I guess it was the way is a better way of saying it, because the Christianity was known as the way at the time. And the road just, it got to a path. He had a bicycle, I think, at one point. And it got to a path. And the path just got to the point where it had trees growing up in it, like small trees. And every time, the monster was gone, but every time he would say, the other man would say, you have to go this way. And the man would say, no, I'm going this way. And he kept getting off the path. But he'd stay on the path for longer. There'd just be a path in the woods, and he'd stay on the path for longer, and he'd get off of it. And I realized that the other man was trying to show the main character, this is God's path. Because there was a shirt there with the shirts with Jesus on them. And they overcame the devil with the shirts with Jesus on them. One of them put one on and it was trying to escape. And they realized about the same time that the shirt with Jesus, which they both were wearing, one of them put them on and the other one got it on himself automatically. They realized that the shirt with Jesus was giving them power. And he was going down the narrow road. He was getting thicker and thicker, and he just wanted to go off. With the other man, he wanted to go off the road because it was easier. He thought it was easier. It's a good lesson. We think it's easier not to go Jesus' way. It just gets too narrow. And there's too much brush in the way. The guy said, I don't know which road, basically he was saying, I don't know which way, to go. He said, I'll just go this way. Because there was a path in the woods. And he just took a right off the path. Interesting as a right. I think along a fence, and the guy just kept saying, I gotta go this way, I gotta go the other way, and it was showing us that the monster came from the fact that the one man didn't want to stick on the narrow way. It was a horrifying dream, horrifying. And I realized in my mind, I've got to stick on the compressed way, called the narrow way. No matter how thorny and how thick it gets, I have to stay on the narrow way. That I'm saving myself trouble by doing that. And now I'm asking God, what do you want? What do you want, Father? So that was the dream. It got to the point where the path was either not visible or it was a split in the path. At one point there was a split in the path. And there was always like a conscience or something saying, you need to come back here. And the man kept going off on his own way. He would come back to it, but he kept going off on his own way. It was causing himself trouble. That was my dream. God bless you. My name is Mark. If anybody has another interpretation of it, I'd be interested to hear it. Thank you.